This is like that scene from Sakura Santa, except without butts. The cafeteria was buzzing with students excited for the new year. The only people as nervous looking as I felt were at the tables of skittish, wide-eyed first years. I stepped into line behind Mai, taking an empty plastic tray. We shuffled through, asking for helpings from the sulky cafeteria workers when we passed something that looked good. With full trays, Mai led me straight to a table in the back where a few students were already sitting. Mai sat down and I took a seat across from her. Who the shit are you? Hi Mai, how was your break?
Yeah, it was good. I went to Italy and Spain. Dad fell off of a jet ski and broke his ankle.
Alright.
It's better now, though.
That's nice. I expected to be introduced, but the girl turned back to her group of friends and Mai turned back to me. Well, get out of here, you B-word! I'm just gonna be calling people bitches through this whole playthrough. She began to assault her food with a fork and tell me, in a practically minute-by-minute account about a fleeting romance last summer with a boy she met on the beach that didn't go further than a few salty kisses. I sat back and let Mai talk. For the first time since arriving on campus, I felt like I was finally able to breathe. I picked at my Brussels sprouts, grass, and studied Mai as she spoke. She appears to have one tooth. The more she talked, the more I began to notice small details about her. One of them not being a giant tooth, because that ain't small if you know what I'm saying. But she had a high songbird voice. Whoops. She was dynamic, her face twisting this way and that way into exaggerated expressions as she spoke. She laughed often. She imitated people in wildly unflattering voices, seemingly unrelated to her actual opinion of them. But most notably, she talked a lot. I didn't find this particularly annoying as it filled the silence and she hardly ever asked questions that required my full attention. Just as Mai was rounding off a shockingly detailed account of the time she accidentally walked in front of a friend's older brother in the act of changing, a flash of familiar green caught my eye. I glanced over. Oh.
Hey, that's him! How?
I leaned across the table to whisper just in case he could hear me through the ambient chat of the lunchroom.
The boy from the train, that's him. Jared? Yeah. Got the weighted green jacket and swoopy hair. And the sparkles. Definitely the sparkles.
He just picked up his tray and was walking past us when something seemed to catch his eye. Maybe it was my pink hair. Oh, Jared! How are you doing tonight? Oh, you. I looked up at him, suddenly realizing he was talking to me. Hana, I met you on the train. Wait, no, that's not what it was. Met you on the train. How are things settling down for you?
Oh, really well. I found my roommate, and she's been helping me out.
Look, she's blushing. She thinks he's cute. Fuck off, Hana. I don't know if I want Jared. He's a bit too perfect. Perfect boys always have bad things. I don't trust a man without a dark side, as Tony Stark would say. I just looked at Mai, who was thunderstruck. In fact, looking around, everyone was. People stopped eating to turn and stare at Jared and me. My shoulders bunched around my neck. Well, if you ever need any help, I'll be around. Third year, right? I nodded. Some of my friends are in that year. Of course, they can't compare to me. But I'll give them the heads up to look out for you. He flashed a dazzling smile, then winked. I like to think the smile was so dazzling that everyone was like, "Oh, Jesus! God!" It's the least I can do for such a cute girl. Look at bloody Mai over here, losing her frickin' mind. Well, I'll see you around. I watched, a torrent of thoughts raging through my mind, as he took a seat next to a bunch of guys who were all wearing the same jacket.
That's Jared.
She tore her eyes away from him and looked at me.
He's the most beautiful guy in school. I can't believe he just looked at me.
I looked at Mai. Her cheeks were glowing and indecent pink, like my hair.
Why do they all wear those jackets? Aren't all the guys supposed to wear blue blazers as part of their uniform? No, they're allowed to there.
I don't know.
You know Jared.
Oh, it's this bitch. The girl turned back around and was looking at me with sudden interest.
Hi.
Did I know him? I only talked to him on the train for a few minutes, so not really. We weren't friends or anything. But looking around, Mai and this girl weren't the only ones who were interested. Everybody seemed to be listening in. They seemed so surprised when he talked to me. Maybe a little white lie couldn't hurt. No. We're not gonna start lying already. Otherwise, we'll actually have to play up on the lie and make it a truth. And Hannah's a little scaredy bumhole. So when we try to, like, they're probably gonna ask for something. Like, I'll be like, oh my god, can you talk to Jared for me? Have you seen Jared? Can you talk to him for me? So, no. We're not really friends. Besides, I don't want Jared, he's too perfect. She looked at me up and down, sniffed, and turned away. You can't see it, but I'm giving her the finger. Mine leaned towards me.
Don't mind Mimi. She was just trying to get in with you.
What? She was just trying to get in with you? Okay, look, in Australia, at least for me, that means a completely different thing. That means you want to fuck them.
Get in with me? Why? Well, you asked about those guys and their jackets, right? Those are their normal boots club jackets.
Hey, who are the normal boots?
They're... What? What's normal boots club?
Oh, I am melting right now, boys. I am melting. Okay, I've got myself in a very bad position. Alright, so already I can recognize a few. Actually, no, cut that out. I don't know who these people are, except I do, but I'm not going to reveal them. Because I'm just going to pretend like I know. I don't know. The question that's on my mind is, there's a trio here. Do we pursue all three of them at once? Because that'd be weird.
It's a club we have at school here. It's like totally exclusive and full of only the coolest students.
Yeah, sure.
They get together and play video games. Or something.
Yeah, because the coolest students at school play video games. And are predominant about it. And out there. Yeah, sure.
That one right there is John. Also known as John Tron. His birth name is Jocks.
Or York? I completely forget. No, shit, I'm gonna get really upset.
John is also the president of the drama club here at school.
Holy shit, okay, we might have to go for John!
Next to him is PBG. He and John founded the Normal Boots Club together. PBG is one of the best soccer players on our team.
Football.
Then there's Gerard. People call him the completionist because he's obsessed with completing things. He has the biggest itty-bitty kitty collection I've ever seen.
Oh man, I'm jelly.
Next to him is Jared, also known as Pro Jared. He's a model. Then there's Satchbag. But everyone calls him Satch. He's like crazy smart. Those guys over there are Paul, Nick, and Josh. They write a column in a school newspaper called Continuo. Paul, the one standing up, is the student council president. And the guy on the end there is Shane. He knows more about video games than anyone ever. Fact!
Okay, so right now I'm gonna give you guys my acquired targets because right now it's a toss-up between PBG and Pro Jared because not Pro Jared, sorry, Jontron, because those are the two that I like the most in real life. Right now, PBG is in the lead, just because PBG. She exhaled a dreamy sigh into her mashed potatoes. I just like to think her face is right up against the potatoes, like, oh yeah. So, look at my face, I'm like, It's like the Philip Fry thing. So, how about someone, you know, join the Normal Boots Club?
You don't choose the boots, Hana. The boots choose you!
Oh boy.
What does that even mean? You have to be presented with the boots to be in the club. And they're like super selective.
What, I can just play a game of Overwatch. I'll show them my skills. You can't see it, I'm flexing.
What are the boots? The thing from Dora the Explorer. The club has this boot statue. It's like the one on their patches, but it's gold-plated. It's their mascot, I guess. They do this weird initiation ritual with it.
Oh boy.
Ritual? I hear they fill a room with candles and wear those creepy robes during initiation. This year, two girls said she saw it once, and they were all like chanting around the boots, and it sounded like they were talking backwards. But I don't believe her, and even if it's true, I don't care if they're a cult because they're all really hot.
Do they have a lot of friends? You're the one to talk, Hannah. You suck.
Yeah, tons of friends. I'd say they're the most popular kids in school because they play video games, and everyone knows who plays video games are going to be popular in school. I mean, everyone in the school totally looks up to them. I bet they could get any girl in the school too. Or boy, for that matter. Hey, you can eat your cake.
I shook my head and pushed a plastic tray over the table to. Oh, what the fuck? For the remainder of lunch, I listened to Mai talk about Jared through mouthfuls of half-dissolved frosting. Attractive. I like how our attention is immediately. It wasn't even on the school. It was on the it was on the school for like 5 minutes, but now we're just like, those cute boys and their video games. I can't wait to touch butts. Back at the dorm, I sorted through the pile of textbooks. The school left for me. What is this, actually? Whoa. Okay, it's a diary. Dear diary, today is the day I finally go to Asagao Academy. I couldn't sleep at all last night. When Dad dropped me off at the train station, he held my hand and stroked my hair. You look like your mother did, he said, but he didn't elaborate. I miss Mum. I miss Dad. But hopefully this will be my fresh start. Mum's dead. Calling it. Sorry to be insensitive. Yeah. My radio was playing a poppy tune, equal parts music to static. Oh, poppy. Okay, I thought it was like pop music, like hey, baby, baby. Maya fervently scribbled in a notebook at her desk, hunched over it with a strikingly poor posture.
Hey, Mai.
She didn't bother to look up.
Am I supposed to have a textbook for History 309?
She shuffled through the papers on her desk before producing a thick textbook. A demure man in a powdered wig frowned at me from the cover.
Yeah, this one.
I sighed.
I don't have that one.
Whoops.
Oh, I don't have that one. The school must have missed it. Bastards.
Maya shrugged and set the textbook back in a pile.
They have a bunch at the library. You can just check one out. Where's the library?
Maya rifled through her notebook and wrote something down. She tore a page out and handed me a crudely drawn map.
Oh, okay, well, I'll be back in a little bit.
Jeez, Maya, you said you were going to show me around and I'm already on my own. It took me at least 20 minutes to find the library. By the time I realized I was holding the map upside down, the sun was setting. Fucking Hannah! The The library was much larger than I expected. The walls lined from floor to ceiling with books of all sizes on rough wooden shelves. Intimidated, I headed for the front desk. A recognizably green and grey jacket was bent behind the counter. Boots. I briefly considered running away, because I'm a... Hey, Satch! Oh, what is his voice? He's a nerd. Can I help you? Too late.
Yeah. Damn it, I keep... the school forgot to give me one of my textbooks. I was told I could get it here.
Which one is it?
The History 309 textbook.
He stepped from behind the counter and motioned for me to follow. We dodged between the aisles in a comfortable silence. He seemed friendly enough, I should say something. What was his name again? Shane? Gerard? John? No, not John.
Satch! You work here?
Fucking Hana. Of course he worked here. He chuckled, dimples appearing on his cheeks because he's a little cutie. Yeah, I'm the librarian's assistant. It's my second year and I love it. I get to help people find books that speak to them. Oh boy! His eyes twinkle like a kid's on Christmas. That triggers me because Christmas, you're supposed to say holidays. I'm not one of those people. Your book's right down here. He stepped in a row of thick, dusty books. Was this all history? And pulled out the book with the powdered wigged man I saw earlier.
Oh, thanks.
He waved his hand, and in the process, threw his glasses across the room. It was nothing. Don't you need help? Do you need help with anything else? I wanted to make a good impression on the Normal Boots Club, but I couldn't come up with anything.
No. Thanks.
You're welcome. As we headed back through the cavernous library, my unease melted away. We weren't talking, but just being near him felt like being wrapped in a soft blanket. I'm quickly regretting giving Sash this voice, but you know what? It's too late. We can't go back. Giving a male cast a voice is a lot harder than a girl for me. I don't know. Either way, the voices suck. I resisted the urge to snuggle up to him. We neared the front desk, stepping around a clump of studying students. As we passed, one of them shifted. Ah! What? Something white flew past my face. Oh, it's a paper airplane. I'm putting my money on it. A thick piece of triangular paper lay at my feet. I bent over and picked it up. It was surprisingly heavy. There was a quarter inside of it. If I was just a hair slower, it would have hit me in the face. What the fuck, boys? You throwing shit at me? But seriously, who does that? Who throws something heavy at a girl's face? Oh, that girl has pink hair. Bang! Right in the face, concussed, dead, game over. The students snickered like a bunch of fuckers, and I recognized the boys that made fun of my hair this morning among them. Ugh. My heart dropped. I scanned my memory for anything I might have done to offend them, but came up with nothing. Satch, come to my rescue! My hand started to shake. I hid it behind my back, trying to think of some way to defend myself. Give me the finger.
Oh, why did you do that?
What do you mean? Oh, wait. What do you mean? We were just messing around. Are you suggesting we did it on purpose? I faltered. There was nothing I could say. I was outnumbered. They would twist my words around, no matter how straightforward I was.
No, I'm sorry.
One of the boys held his hand out for the paper. I inched closer to give it to him, angry at myself for being so compliant. I wish I were... and gentle warmth closed over my hand and took the paper from me. Oh, Sayin, you motherfucking hero! Satch examined the paper closely. I see what the problem is. Your aim would be better if you cut the corners before you folded it. Fucker! He placed the paper on the table. The boy looked at him in sheer awe. Be careful though, you almost hit her, and that would have been awful. My hands began to sweat as panic shifted through me, afraid of the response, but... Jeez, we're sorry. We'll be careful next time. Yeah, it was an accident. They apologized? Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. He gave them a wide smile and continued off down the aisles. I followed closely behind, my legs weak, knees sweaty. Don't tell me they stopped because of him. Simply because I was with him? I wanted to thank him, but my heart was pounding so hard I knew my voice would shake him. We reached him, the front counter him, and he scanned through the history book. My lips trembled as I willed myself to say something, anything to thank him. He tilted his head to the side. What books do you like to read? Oh, fiction. Dumbass. He chuckled. Whoops. I just finished a good book. I think it'd be right up your alley, if you don't mind me saying so. I can tell by the pink hair you have. He reached under the counter, pulled out a thick, green book, and passed it to me. A man in black stood on the front, hugging a woman in royal robes. Oh my god, is that Harry Potter? It's long, but it's one of my favorites. The Princess Betrothed. Is that a real book? I don't know. I don't read. The irony. I know things can be tough transferring to a new school. If you're ever worried, just read this. It'll transport you 100 miles away in a second. Nerds these days. Gotta take his lunch money. Tears stung my eyes, so I ducked my head. Oh, thank you, Satch. For more than just the books. For being so handsome. Yo, what the fuck? You're welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I got your name. My name is Hana Mizuno. I'm a transfer student. He knows that. Well, it's nice to meet you, Hana. Let me know how you like the book. I will! And thus, the first blossoms of love sprouted in the summer air. Wait, is it summer here? I don't know. It's winter here, where I am. But summer... Whoa. Whoa. That couldn't have gone better. It could have, if you kissed his face hole. Not only was Satch impossibly kind, but being around him felt easy, refreshing. Like being doused in the mist of a waterfall. Oh gosh, what was I thinking? Wait, was there something? No. My cheeks hot, I left the library, two surprisingly heavy books under one arm.